Ahoy hoy. I am not really in a good mood because not too long ago, as I kind of just said on Facebook, I recorded an almost 15-minute video. I was using this app called 16mm camera. It's supposed to, make your videos look like, the real old school and stuff like that. And well, the app apparently had limits on it that it didn't explain and that it didn't tell me while I was recording. So I'm pissed off about that because like I said, recorded the video. It's supposed to have saved, but when I went to the video, it shows that it has no time limit, no dimensions. All it says is that it's 2 GB. So it's 2 GB of nothing sitting on my phone that I can't access any type of way. I tried to open it with different camera apps I have, video editors, trying to see if maybe I could convert it, but it won't open in anything. So I'm really pissed off about that because I said a whole lot of stuff that I have forgotten because that's the way it is. It was everything that was just coming off the top of the head. It was nothing I had written and prepared to talk about. I was just randomly vlogging, and now it's all gone. So now I'm just gonna rant about this and then probably try to remember some of the stuff I was talking about. But yeah, I'm pissed off about that. What I should have did was use the, regular camera app on this phone and then seeing if I could edit that inside of that app, because it allows you to edit videos, but I don't know if it would allow me to edit one that was that long. So this one is still going to end up being like 2 GB, but at least I have enough space for it because I had to format my SD card earlier today because the original format that I had it in, which I had read something online about that I needed to change the allocation size. I know a lot of people don't know what that is, but I changed that, and when I did that, it made everything on the card seem like it was bigger than it really was. So like the card is 128 GB, SD card. This phone can actually handle one that's like 500 some gigabytes, but that's the only one I could afford at the time. So everything I had on the card had ended up making it fill up at least 78 gigabytes. And I was like, what the fuck? So, the card started malfunctioning though. And that's what my phone told me earlier. And so it had been set to read only. So I turned my phone off, took it out, inserted it into the little card reader I have on my computer. And I transferred everything to the computer. Then I formatted the card and just set it back to the defaults. And so when I put everything back on it, the only space it was taking up was 14 gigabytes, So now that's probably up to 18 because of the videos and stuff that I had recorded, which I really just need to delete because I'm not going to upload them. But anyway, so I had to do that, and I was frustrated about that earlier today because whenever anything that I have that's technological based, my bad, I moved the camera. Whenever I have anything that's technological based, I kind of flip out because things often get broken and destroyed with me. I do not know why, but phones, computers, sometimes game systems, anything electronic seems to get dismantled in my hands. Without me really doing anything to it. It's just, it doesn't last long. Now, I know phones generally don't last that long, but then I know some people who have had the same phone for like 5 years. And I'm just like, yo, I can't even keep a phone that long because I can get a phone and it'll last like a year and a half. Even if it's a pretty expensive phone, it really won't last that long. The only phone I think I had that lasted a long time was the HTC Desire. I think it was the 510. And that was actually a phone that used to belong to my cousin, and I forgot how long she had it, but when I got it, I used it for a good little minute, so it's the one I really recorded all my songs on. Speaking of which, I plan to upgrade everything, get me an actual mic. I'm looking at a Blue Yeti, that's what I'm looking at. But I gotta get me a new computer first, as well as get me another external hard drive. This time I'm getting one with 8 terabytes on it, and that hard drive is gonna run me about 200. But y'all already know how I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna get that computer, get the external hard drive, get me a mic, and hopefully get me a vocal shield. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember right now. I've been looking at the stuff on Amazon though. Amazon is where I get everything. So, I'm trying to upgrade everything because, I've been recording music the same way for years. For most people who don't know, most of my tracks are recorded through my phone. Now, my old tracks were recorded through the phone, through the mic on the phone. And that was when I had this little, well, I still have the phone, but it doesn't work anymore. I had this little Motorola phone from AT&T that I got in 2011. My ex at the time wanted me to have the same phone as her, so I got that phone. And I used it to record most of my raps. Now, listening to stuff nowadays, I really realize how horrible the quality of the vocals are. But surprisingly, some of those vocals, a guy took those vocals and used them, and he made some beats, and put the beats to the raps that I wrote. And I was, flabbergasted at the time because everybody used to tell me, man, it's bad quality, but he just said you have to have the right software and stuff. And I mean, he made that shit sound professional, even though I had recorded this stuff on my phone. So that's why kept using my phone. I eventually bought me a mic. One for, I don't know why I stressed that so hard. Mic. Fuck that. Anyway, I eventually bought me a mic in 2017. One that could hook to the phone, and I started recording stuff through that. And that, made the quality of my songs and everything a whole lot better, and lifted my mood too, that everything sounded better. And that's why I ended up doing so many EPs and songs, and actually did an album. Because okay, I don't know why I thought I smelled something. Anyway, no, I ended up doing an album, and vocals on everything are really crisp. I might need to work on the mixing again, but for the most part, it all sounds great, in my personal opinion. So but even though I did that and that did sound good, it's still not the best quality. It's good quality, but it's not the best. And it's good enough for other people. They like to listen to it, and I'm glad I have those people who like to listen to what I do no matter what. But I really want to put something out that's great quality because, a lot of folks won't take you serious if you're not, investing in yourself. And that's what I've been trying to do a lot lately with buying all the art supplies, getting all the stuff I need to get for my computer, buying, graphics tablet. That's part of me investing in myself. Like I said, trying to get me a new computer actually also. But, I want to make sure that I do, I have to keep licking my lips because they like just getting dry as fuck from me talking so much. Like closing in on 8 minutes. And I got the LL going on right now. Yeah, it's LL Cool J. But no, okay, I'm just playing. Anyway, so, I got to really, invest in myself because I remember the rappers that I used to, fuck with, and everything. How they were always going on about rappers not investing in themselves, guys not buying beats, and stuff like that. And a lot of dudes were going around stealing beats, but me, I don't steal beats, I follow people on YouTube and beat stars who allow you to use their beats for free, just as long as you're not trying to make any money. And I've never really been about making money with my music. I know that sounds like some bullshit to some people, but I just like, making music and rapping. It is something I want to have a career out of, but I really get paid for performing. The music can always be free in my personal opinion. But I know everybody don't share my views on that, my philosophy, but that's the way I feel. The music can be free. Just pay me to perform. That's all. Just pay me to put on a show. And I'll tear the house down. That's what I hope to do anyway. But yeah, so I use a lot of free beats and I use a lot of instrumentals. I love rapping over instrumentals, and I got inspired to do that based on the stuff that like 50 them used to do. So this goes all the way back to high school. That's where my love for rapping over instrumentals came from. Listening to 50, Cassidy, Fabulous, all kinds of rappers back when the mixtapes were really, really popping. Jadakiss, Styles P. A lot of people used to do shit. Some of them still do shit now, but it's not as much. Lloyd Banks and Joyner Lucas are probably about the only two people I know that will really still go in on somebody's instrumentals. And they be murking this shit too. Lloyd Banks, one of my biggest inspirations. And Currency also, back when he was really dropping the monthly mixtapes. I'm not that much of a fan of his music nowadays, but, Spitter still is number one for me, to an extent. He's still an inspiration for me, so, gotta admit that. I got a little bit of swag from him from listening to his shit. You know, because I like the way he did his shit, delivered his shit, and what he talked about. You know, and while most people think Spitter shit is mostly just about, I don't know why my eyes are like, uh, shit. Probably been staring at the phone too long, and I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, while most people might think Spitter just talks about smoking weed and cars, and in some cases he does, Spitter spits a lot of real shit though. You know, and that's what I always liked about Currency and just liked about Jet Life, especially at the time when it was just him, Trademark, and Young Roddy. Ugh, I think that's his name. Oh man, I hope I got that right. But yeah, you know, when it was just them three, and even sometimes with the stuff with you know with Fiend on it, and Fiend is another inspiration. You know, like growing up, I didn't listen to that much Southern hip hop, which is kind of crazy. I really didn't listen to hip hop that much, but I got into it once I heard Eminem, and that's where you know everything just really changed for me. And from there, and I know it sounds crazy, people like, damn, a white guy got you into hip hop. It's not really that. It's that you know I listened to a lot to some rap songs growing up, but I wasn't interested in rapping myself until I heard Eminem. You know, but it's just because M was so raw, you know, and that's what really you know got me into it. But of course, once I got to listening to him, I got into other people that I had been hearing growing up, like Snoop, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and Ice Cube became an inspiration for me. Snoop did, Dr. Dre, but mainly on the production side because I always wanted to be a producer. DLC, Wu-Tang Clan, you know, I'm just naming people from everywhere now. Twista at one point in time because I really did want to rap like Twista, but I can't go that fast. Jay Z, Nas to an extent, Mob Deep, mainly Prodigy though. You know, R.I.P. By the way, with that, Jadakiss, Styles P, but that was much later in life. Sheik Luch, yeah, that was inspiration. Lloyd Banks, Fabulous, um, DMX, um, shit, Fat Joe at one point in time, Big Pun, Black Thought. Man, I could go on and on, really, to be honest. Papoose at one point in time, Onyx, all of them, but especially Sticky. Sticky just, you know, always been, you know, just guy really stood out to me. RBX, you know, his on high powered track, man, you know, 7 execution style murders, you know. I just had to do that real quick. But anyway, you know, a lot of hip hop, man. It's a lot of people. You know, some underground folks, I guess you would say, like the Grouch. Um, I guess I wouldn't really call them underground, but most people might. But hieroglyphics, mainly Dale, though, you know, because I had heard Dale when I was younger, and I heard Mr. Dabalina, but that was the only thing I'd ever heard. But I know I loved that song. So when I got older, I really started checking out his stuff because you know YouTube and everything, and you know he became another inspiration. At one point in time, people in our future were inspiration. That was kind of crazy because I'm a lot older than them. But you know, when I heard them, I was like, "Yo, this dude's is dope." Especially Haji. Haji beats like that might have been the main one. You know, and Earl, can't forget about Earl. And while I'm on it, you know, because I have not really said anything. I've been holding a lot of stuff in, but you know, R.I.P. to MF Doom. That was actually an inspiration to me too, because I remember when I first heard Mad Villainy, and the actually the way I got into that is I heard this track on a Beat Junkies compilation, and the track actually wasn't on Mad Villainy. I forgot what it was on. I don't think it was. It might have been. It was a track called Money Folder though, and that shit is what really got me into Doom. That was my introduction to Doom. So you know, once I heard that, you know, what was it? MF, the holder of a boulder, money folder, you know, and that's what got me into him. Then later on, I heard what Fancy Clown. No, I heard accordion before Fancy Clown. I heard accordion. Then I heard Fancy Clown. Rhinestone Cowboy. Shoot, man, I would have to go back through that album just to really, you know, list all the songs. Food. That that album. That shit was dope. I mainly liked. I can't remember the name of the track. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but I want to say it's Rap Snitch. niches or niche. I don't know. I gotta look it up again. This is really making me look bad because I should know that shit. But either way it go, he was an inspiration for me. But one thing I kind of hated at one point in time is when one of my friends was really comparing me to him. You know, it's not that, like I said, it's not that I didn't like Doom. I had respect for him, but I just didn't want to be compared to him. You know, I liked him. He was an inspiration. You know, to me. You know, I even wanted to produce like him because I had this idea to do a EP that was called You. You Who Created the Villain. That's the way it was supposed to be. And I was gonna be rapping under the alter ego of FM Destro, which you know FM is part of my old rap name, Fine Print Misread. So you know I had intended to make my own type of Doom-esque album, or mixtape, whatever you want to call it, or EP. Well, it was really gonna be an EP. And I got to making a few beats, but I really couldn't make anything that was completely like. I mean, I didn't want to copy Doom style, but I wanted to show that it was inspired by him. And the only thing I might have made was Throat Slasher and The Invincible, I think. I made a lot of other beats, but none that would really go on that project. And of course, Throat Slasher and Invincible made use of a old G.I. Joe episode where it had Destro in there. And, I still might do it and kind of make it like a little tribute to Doom. Hell, I might do it and just use some of his beats. Hopefully I can do it justice. But that'll have to be somewhere in the future once I really feel motivated to actually rap again, Because, I mean, I did something a couple months ago, and I dropped the EP on my birthday, but, I just haven't really been feeling rap the way I used to. And hip hop used to be like something that I just did all the time, but it's like it just takes the life out of me to really sit down and work on anything. And when I listen to stuff, I can't get as inspired or involved as I want to. I don't know if it's because of the music or if it's because of the current state of my computer, because I know I can't really do much. And sometimes when I do sit down and I really be listening to something, my computer will start acting up. Because like I was listening to Lil Wayne's, latest mixtape, and that shit fucked up on me. That mixtape is fire, by the way. I just hate that, DJ Khaled was just hollering over everything. DJ Khaled! But anyway. So, damn, it's about to be a 20-minute video. I've been talking for a long fucking time. But, anyway, so, let me see. What else would I really supposed to been talking about? Because I just, like I said, been rambling, talking about everything. Like I said, I really been wanting to write, but I've been distracted by everything. Like, right now, I'm trying to finish a bunch of stuff on my Hulu watch list. Right now I'm watching Click. After that, I'm gonna watch Constantine. Then I'm gonna watch a movie called School Dance. Gonna watch what else? Arachnophobia. The first Lord of the Rings movie, and that'll be about it. Cause I have a few other things on there to knock out that they added to the list. I know some people might say, man, you can put this stuff on hold and work on what you need to work on, but I think what I really need to do is kind of free my mind. That's why I need to watch some other stuff, because all I have been doing is trying to focus so much on writing and completing things, and I done got stuck, and man, it's just, I don't know, it's a whole lot. But I've gotten so stuck on everything that I don't really shoot. I did not know I could talk this long. Maybe I really could be a YouTuber. I don't really like to go live though, so that's the other thing. But anyway, like I said, there's so much stuff that I have to do, so much stuff I want to work on. My mind is all over the place. I somewhat have been wanting to draw, but all the pencils that I bought to draw with, they all messed up. I guess, I really got to pay more money for some, mechanical pencils, for the artists. Because these that I bought, like the charcoal mechanical pencils, they're still some good. But the regular ones, there was like the 0.5, the 0.7, and 0.9, those broke. Well, the 0.5 broke first. And so since I really don't use the 0.9, I took the pencil that was the 0.9 and I put the zero point 0.5 stuff in it. But then I fucked around and fucked that up trying to open something, which I don't know why I used the pencil to open something, but now I can't use the pencil at all because I can't get the lead to come out. And I have the 0.7 pencil still, but I've never really drawn with 0.7, so it's a little bit too hard and dark for me, for lack of a better term. 0.5 is just right, and that's just what I'm used to. So I'm gonna have to get some more pencils. I also need to get some more, liner pens or whatever you want to call them, because the ones I bought, they eventually messed up, and once again, something I probably should have spent a whole lot more money on, because I think those were like maybe $14, I guess. I don't know. But I think it also depends on the brand. This was a brand I had never heard of before, but they looked like they were good. They were rated high. And so it might just be me because, it was hot when I was using them, and the summer might have made the ink really mess up. But I know a few of the pens, they still have ink in them, but when I try to, outline stuff with them, it doesn't come out. Or either when I do it, it kind of eventually fades, which I don't want it to fade. Like it fades to this really grayish black instead of remaining a deep black. So I'm just going to give me some Sakura, outliner pens or whatever you want to say. I got to practice more with the tablet also, because digital drawing is really hard. I thought it was going to be easy, since I can draw on paper, but you know, it's difficult, and then I haven't drawn in so long, I really just started back last year, but I would draw intermittently, but I really hadn't seriously drawn since probably 2008. But I had quit mostly in high school because I was focusing on rap, and I also felt like I wasn't really going to make it as a comic book artist or whatever, so I just focused on rap and kept getting better at that. But in the back of my mind, I always still wanted to draw because I wanted to draw my own, album covers and whatnot. And I still wanted to do books and things. So, I had a lot of these ideas. I still have them. Got a bunch of stuff that I was working on in high school, like things that me and a friend of mine were working on together. I wish we were still close. He recently accepted my friend request on my new page, but, I know it's going to take some time to really repair stuff. So, just want to give a shout out in case you watch this, Ronald. I know as always, I do and say some shit. I act off of impulse, and that's something I'm still trying to work on. That when I'm mad, I do things and then I regret it. Because, like, when I deleted him and a bunch of other people a while back, I mostly did it because I was upset. It was my birthday. A lot of people didn't really say anything, didn't say happy birthday at the time. That was over 2 years ago. And I just kind of flipped out, a little bit because it was people I'm close with. And that's the only reason why I got upset. Like, regular people, if I have to put it that way, folks I don't really know, I don't get mad about them not telling me happy birthday, because I don't know them like that. But the people I do know, it's kind of fucked up when, folks you've been knowing for years don't really say happy birthday, but they've been on Facebook just about all day, So that was the one reason why I got upset the way I did, I understand the adult thing to do would have been to say something to somebody, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why should I have to say something to somebody about my birthday? We've been friends for a long time. Now, I'm not trying to go off on them or anything. I'm just saying, in my common sense way of thinking of things, that's how I see it. But, this is a really long video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload this to Facebook or not. Shit. But, this probably just going to go on YouTube. But, I had some more stuff to say, but I'm going to go and stop it here because the stuff I talked about in the other video, I've forgotten it. And I know this is going to take up a lot of space on my motherfucking SD card because if the other video was 2 gigabytes, this is probably 4. And I don't know how long this will take to upload to YouTube. And if I can upload it to Facebook, I don't know, they might say it's too big. But anyway, yeah, so that's that on that. I will make another one and hopefully not make one this long. But I had a lot to say. I was kind of pissed off and everything. And from there, everything just kind of branched out, like a tree. Random shit. So, yeah, that's it. Till next time. Peace.